Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Grand Boulevard Prevention Service half-hour show. As always, my name is William Penn, and I am actually the president of Grand Boulevard Coalition. And today, we are utilizing the last show of the year as a retrospect of the whole year, and for us to thank the people who've given to us and helped us make 2019 a very successful year. I'm happy to say I have my son on the controls out there, taking your phone calls and manning the cameras. And let's get the show started. We want to start with season's greetings from the GBC family. We hope you're having a warm and toasty holiday season. We look forward to strengthening our partnership in the new year. And sincerely, Grand Boulevard Coalition. So those cards are gone out. Hopefully people are beginning to receive them. And we look forward to 2020. Well, you guys, we're here at the end of the year. Feel free to call in and tell me what you thought of the show. I want to thank all my sector partners throughout the city of Chicago and in the Bronzeville area. Feel free to call in at area code 312-738-1060. Again, 312-738-1060. I also would like to give a shout out, I guess is what they say, to my alderman in the 3rd Ward, Pat Dow, and my alderman in the 4th Ward, Sophia King. Thank you for all the support and help that you guys given to GBC so we can continue to have a drug-free community and continue to be advocates against abuse of opioids, abuse of alcohol, and abuse of drugs. And going into 2020, I think the new abuse of e-cigarettes, vaping is what they're calling it. So let's see what we got going on here. So this year, we really tackled the story and the question, do you think underage drinking is a serious problem in our community? And we found out with my guest from last week that, yes, it is. Certain communities, alcohol abuse or use, so we won't say abuse, but alcohol use among minors are higher than the national average in certain areas here in the city of Chicago. In the Bronzeville community, one of the areas that we really work in, we saw a decrease, but we see that if we broaden our area of looking and taking stats, that decreases when we add more going south of 79th Street. So we have to figure out in 2020, what can we do to streamline that? And our guest last week said we need to really be in the street and be on the corners, by the liquor stores, in the schools, talking to the youth, finding out what their problems is, and giving them some type of support and some help. So that's definitely one of the things that we will be looking at increasing and moving. And one of the areas that we thought that would help is trying to find youth who have a lot of time on their hand, the opportunity for work and finding work opportunities. And so I know one thing we're doing is kicking off a youth mentoring, training, and employment initiative next year, where youth between the ages of 16 and 24 who are looking for work, who are in school and having a lot of activities, but wanting to find what it's like to maybe, in this case, be their first time of having a job, and training them and getting them ready for employment. And one thing we found, oh, I'm sorry that this is happening. Okay, very sorry about that. I thought I had everything on vibrate or off. People know, if you're calling me, you can call me at 312-738-1060, and I'll talk to you on the air, because unfortunately I cannot talk to you on the phone right now. But one of the things we found from research is youth have either a lot of time on their hands, or one of the problems they have is they don't have money to buy and the very basic things that they need. And so what we're going to do is put together, we have a plan together in place, and we're going to slowly roll it out to a few high schools in recruiting high schoolers who are interested in knowing how to write a resume, knowing how to conduct a interview, knowing how to dress for an interview and dress for employment. And we've worked with several agencies to be able to put together, I think we have 10 to 15 positions that we will be paying a stipend, so to speak, which I think comes out to about $10 an hour. I know that's not minimum wage, but it's not, you're not doing backbreaking job. You're going to be educating yourself on what the workforce is like, so when you get through with your education, as to whatever level that is, you'll know what is going to be expected of you out there in the workforce. So we look forward to people gravitating to that and jumping on board with that. We also looking forward to starting our next initiative with the senior citizens and how opioids have had a decimating effect on that community at large, and they almost have become the forgotten part of most communities. We have a lot of senior living or assisted care living facilities just in the Bronzeville alone, and they're always looking for opportunities for people to come by and do different things, from education to even fun things. 2 days ago, the Persian Magnet School Boys Mentoring Program went to one, and I think they sat and they read or co-read books with some of the senior citizens, and it was a very great success for both sides to get to meet and see their neighbors, because the particular home is right across the street from the actual grade school. And so the kids are the ones they see walking by their house, walking by the building each day, going to and from home to school and then back and forth. So that was a good thing. And so we're going to continue to build on that by taking some of the programs that we have earmarked and we've been working on with our youth, and just translating it to fit a older person perspective, especially for opioid. So we're starting off with drug give back, where a lot of overused, old, out-of-date drugs that need to be thrown away. We will be taking that and disposing that properly, and showing how they can do it on their own, disposing the drug properly. We'll be having mentoring circles where people can get together and kind of just talk about what issues and ailments they might have, and what type of community support that GBC have in their arsenal with our sector partners that could give them the support that they're looking for and need. And we know with our job initiative with the youth, we can also do job initiative with the elderly. There are definitely positions, as we know, in some retail stores. They have senior greeters that their job is just to greet you when you walk in the store and make you feel comfortable and let you know where a cart is, or maybe let you know where certain things are in the store. So working on those type of initiatives to make sure things like that are in place, so our seniors and our youth in the Bronzeville area will have not only the knowledge and the tools to have employment, but not only having employment is important, but keeping employment and utilizing that as a resume builder to go on to bigger and better things. And then we'll see that when they are doing that, they might feel that more education is needed, more than a high school diploma is they're going to need to be able to make the type of dollar that they want to be able to live on their own and to grow from. And if they're in college, it gives them the opportunity to prepare themselves for work study, where when you're in college, you might be able to get work study, and so you're having a job. And sometimes you might not want that to be the first job that you have, so you can kind of acclimate yourself to what the workforce look like. Okay, so the next thing we would like to go through, we went through this year. Some of our sector partners had wonderful events. We'd like to thank 41 Girl for some of the mother and daughter paint circles in combination with Washington Park. I think they had 4 or 5 out there where the mothers and daughters got together and paint on canvas, and they were talking about conflict resolution. We would like to thank our sports partners who had ran baseball camps in the summer and ran basketball camps in the winter for after school, where youth between the ages of 7 to 14 were able to come and learn how to be a part of a team, get their homework help done, and learn about a sport that'll get them ready to play grade school ball, because I think they started fifth grade, and of course, getting them ready to play high school baseball or basketball. We definitely want to thank, and we partnered with the B Library and some of the after-school classes that they were offering and tutoring for the kids over at Perspective Charter School in reference to getting their grades and getting them on point. And we look forward to working more closely with Perspective Charter School, Phillips, and Diet, and I think Hyde Park, a career academy in the upcoming 2020 year for our youth employment initiative, our athletes leadership roles that we've been working with in certain schools. We've been in the schools, working with the children, working with their parents, and trying to find out what their needs are, and trying to show them where the resources are for those particular things. So, all in all, 2019 was a really good year, and we really made a lot of strides and goals in the year. And I look forward to kicking off 2020 and being the president for another 6 months or so, getting us to 2020 and getting us to a point that somebody else can slide right in and take us to an even higher level. So definitely look forward to that. I also want people to know that they can follow us over the holiday break let's see, go to the overhead. I think we're right there on our Twitter account, which is at GBC Coalition. That's at GBCOALITION_. And there you can find us and leave what you think about the program, what you think about what we've done in the community, and what you would like to maybe see us do in the community for 2020. I also would like to let people know that one of our biggest supporter and partners is the I Got This campaign, which is a statewide campaign led by Ann and Robert Laurie Children's Hospital. The Grand Boulevard Coalition has been able to be a part of that and pass out tips and pass out flyers and pluggers to let people know that you don't need to drink as a teen. If you're feeling pressure, you should talk to somebody who you know. If you don't feel comfortable talking to your parents, you can talk to your teacher or counselor in your school. I think I have a caller. Yes, caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Carlin Francois calling. I have a privilege of being able to intern with Grand Boulevard, and I just wanted to give a shout out and to congratulate them for all the great work that they're doing, especially being able to connect with schools. William, thank you for your presence today and getting the word out, and I just hope that more young people can get involved, and especially those who may be listening in from the schools, to connect with their counselors and to get involved with the work that we are doing. So thank you, William.
Well, thank you. And what school are you in now?
I actually attend Chicago State.
Great.
Doing my master's in social work.
Master's in social work at Chicago State. So Chicago State continue to turn out fine, upstanding citizens, and we're very happy that you are part of the Grand Boulevard Coalition family as an intern this semester and maybe more in the future. And I think you co-hosted or hosted a few shows, right, this year?
Yes, I have.
And the feedback was so great that I had to kick you off the air and bring myself back because I didn't want people to forget me because they said you was doing such a great job. So I appreciate that.
But I'll be back in the new year, William. We can tag team these shows together.
That sounds good. Happy holidays. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate it. One quick question before you go, if you got time. What do you look forward to in 2020?
Yeah, in 2020, I look forward to reaching more young people, being an advocate, that they have a voice and they can use it. So whatever it is that they wish to accomplish, whether that's knocking underage drinking or substance abuse, they can do it. And I hope that in the new year I can continue to be an advocate for them, whether that be finding the research that they need or walking hand in hand with them to help them to get the services that they need. And I know my work with Grand Boulevard, I can help them do that. So I'm looking forward to it, William.
We're looking forward to having you back. Have a very good holiday. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day today to give me a shout out and call. And if I don't talk to you again, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's.
Thanks to you. Take care.
Yes, thank you. Well, that was nice of her to give a call in. You know, you don't know if you're really doing something until somebody call and tell you or say something to you. But we don't do things for accolades and stuff. We just do it because we believe that a drug-free community is a good community, and it brings a community back. So when people say why a community can't come back, they always have all the reasons and issues on why. And now that we have some tools in place to help communities come back, we're working real hard with the Bronzeville community, as you know, that's it's already back and is growing by leaps and bounds very fast. And we don't want the people who've been living in Bronzeville to get caught up and not have the services that they're looking for or needed because the economical status or stance of the community is growing. Thank you so much again for calling. Okay, so another good thing that we've done, we do many good things, but another thing that we want to make sure that people remember in the new year, we will be doing bringing back Bronzeville Speak. We do 2 to 3 a year, and we do one every year. We do at least 2 every year on opioids, the addiction crisis, a community response. We're in our 3rd year of doing that, and it has grown to over 100 and some people that come to show up and talk about tools and things that they have in place that they get paid for to help stem that crisis and keep it under control. And we're definitely looking part of those partners and participants to make sure they reach out to us and me personally email over the holiday, because the one for 2020 will be coming up, I think, in March or April, and that's not a lot of time, but we got to get it planned and make sure there are spaces for people to lead workshops and to lead different talks. So we look forward to doing that. Oh, I'm back. All right. Okay, so let's see what else is going on out there. I think we should probably take a few minutes and make sure that I started at the beginning of this year telling people that one of the things that can make your day better, make a lot of people's day better, is just to get up, meditate a little bit, drink 8 to 16 ounces of good, crisp water in the morning, and when you head out the door, hold your head up, and just as people are passing you on the street in your neighborhood, just to say good morning and hello. Let them know you see them, and put them on the spot that they have to kind of speak back to you. And I think you both walk past and have a little smile on your face because it's like, wow, somebody spoke to me. Somebody maybe care about me. And then that could lead to not only a positive day for yourself, but it might help somebody who's out there in the struggle, who's just out there on their way to work and they're depressed or they're doing something, going to school or whatever, and they don't really feel like nobody's thinking about them, that they are thought of. And on that note, I have another caller. Hello, caller. How you doing this afternoon?
Hey, how you doing, William? This is Angela Barber.
Angela.
Just calling in to give you a quick shout out.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
So I think you are one of the interns at Grand Boulevard Coalition, and I know you're doing some great stuff, and we've had you on the air. So why don't you tell us a little more about your background in your school and what you look forward to for 2020?
All right. I'm in Chicago State in the MSW program, and I've been interning for, I guess, almost since August. And for next year, I'm looking forward to getting more involved with the youth and continuing my work with GBC.
That sounds really good. And, we appreciate you, and I've always said good things about You guys are really keeping me on the ball and keeping me on point and on task to making sure we reach some of these lofty goals. And you guys have gotten this brand new education from Chicago State and some of the other interns from other schools and bringing new ideals and new ways of doing things back to the community. And that's one reason why GBC has probably grown and been around now for 7 years. We're not stale. We don't do the exact same thing all the time. We try new things. You guys have not purchased, but you guys have brought great new ideals and ways of doing things to the organization. And with those new ideals, it has helped us to see a brighter light and see a great future. And I just want to thank you for what you've done so far and look forward to working more with you in the new year.
Thank you. But I just wanted to say also it's been a great partnership. I mean, you guys have been able to teach us a lot of things and expose us to things and give us plenty of opportunities. So I think it's a great partnership.
Well, good. And if you got some more interns down there, make sure you let them know about us. And we can always use a few more good hands because we want to double what we've done this year to next year.
Okay, will do.
Thank you again for your call. If I don't see you, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and Happy Kwanzaa, and all those good things to you. And I'll see you on the other side of the new year.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Another satisfied caller. Look at me. But that's the type of community and organization that GBC is. We try to not keep doing things the same way. We try to keep things fresh. We always have interns from different schools asking if they can be a part of what we're doing in the program, because the people like Angela, the two ladies who call, and how they got a chance to not be stifled or learn something one way, but to collaborate with us and with myself and learn. We both are learning a new way of doing something. So that is always good. We got a few more minutes, so I want to make sure. I think I went through most of the things we did in 2019. Oh, you know what? We did a circle, and I don't know the official name for it, but it was a wonderful thing that we all got together, and the adults left the room, the children was in the room, and the children got a chance to talk about themselves, who they are, where they want to be, if they having problems and stuff, and they all got a chance to make a ID bracelet with one word to describe them. And I thought that was a really powerful day, because when we were done, the children that was in their shell who was shy came out of their shell and shyness and stood up in front of 20, 30 people and spoke. And it was such a, it gives you chills. I had goosebumps on me, because it was just that much. It was a powerful thing that hopefully some of those wonderful kids still have, wearing their bracelets and still feeling that. It was something that we did several times, and we're looking at maybe bringing that back in 2020 with a couple of different schools that we're dealing with. What else did we do? We participated in Night Out in the Park, where we were asked by the Chicago CAPS of the Chicago Police Department to come out and talk more about opioids and talk about drug-free communities, and how being out in the park and how exercising, how just being out and doing stuff is such a great time. And we want to thank the Chicago Police Department and CAPS for inviting us to partnering with us and asking us to be a part of what they're doing. We hope that you're watching and that you guys, as one of our sector partners, reach out to us again this year, so we'll do it again next year. We want to reach out and say hi and thank you to the PTA and all the grade schools and high schools that we do stuff with. We look forward to partnering with you guys again. They're giving me the wrap up. They say I talk too much. I just want to, in this last 30 seconds, to say happy holidays to everybody. Please meditate. Please drink your water. Please say hello to people when they're walking down the street. If you see me, please say hi to me. Have a very Merry Christmas. If for some odd reason you don't have toys under your tree for your kids, or you need something, reach out to us on our Twitter, and we'll see what we can do to help you. And this is our last show for the year. So I appreciate it. I'll see you guys when we come back in January. I will probably be right here in this seat. And I want to say happy holidays.